is Destiny, the popular live streamer, even left-wing? I know he is canvassing or something for the Democratic Party, but as a casual fan of the streamer, and to be clear, I do find Destiny streams entertaining and informative, but I don't understand how he is even going for the Democratic Party. It seems like the majority of positions are actually much closely aligned or much closer aligned with the Republican Party. As an example, he is pro-Second Amendment. He moved to Florida, a red state, from California, a blue state. I think he has said this because his wife wanted to move to Florida, but still, he still made the move, and I've also heard him complain about paying the high taxes in California because he felt his taxes were being squandered. This is definitely more of a Republican and right-wing point of view. Like a liberal person can still have this point of view, but it's all these policies, to me, line up with Republican. And another thing, Destiny certainly does not identify with any of the woke, politically correct wing of the Democratic Party, as he has no issue offending people when he sees fit. The biggest one of all, in my view, is Destiny's position on economics and the state of the American economy. I honestly think he is more right-wing on this than even mainstream conservatives. Here's a clip of him arguing with his viewers about whether or not the economy in the USA is doing well right now.
Just real quick, I'm sorry, because this is all of social media. So just real quick, yeah. Mike, you are out of touch if you think people should just change their mindset on the economy. The price of everyday items are still as high as when we had low supply. Purposefully, Destiny, literally everything is more expensive. Somebody else said, Destiny has been wild the last 24 hours. Housing prices are going crazy though, no? So you guys are all saying this. Find me anything that supports that. Because I'm starting to believe that these are opinions that you're getting from social media, and they start and they stop there. Because when you look at purchasing power parity, the PPP index, when you look at any of these other indexes, you cannot find what you're talking about. You cannot find what you're talking about. The idea that like a hamburger costs $27 and I can't afford it because my wages aren't growing, that just doesn't exist. If you have it anywhere, then shoot somewhere, like shoot me a link or whatever, I can look for it. But like I just read another article yesterday, I think it was even posted on the economics subreddit, where economists are trying to figure out, and they're looking at like all these different indexes, like where is the economic anxiety that people are saying coming from? Because it doesn't track anywhere. There's no place to find this on paper anywhere. So is it something that, is there like a subset of Americans that are being missed? Is it just social media sentiment that's feeding negatively into things? Is like, what is actually causing shit to happen? Yeah, why do people feel this way? Yeah. And I know you can go onto social media and you go onto Twitter and you can say like, oh, you're out of touch. Oh, you're out of touch. No offense, my dude. And I love you and I value you as a viewer. But if you're sitting here in my YouTube chat watching a politics streamer, you're probably out of touch. You already represent like the top 5% of Americans. If you've got time to sit on a computer, you have a computer or a cell phone that's good enough to watch my stream, you've got internet, and you've got the free time to sit here and consume my content, motherfucker, you're out of touch, okay? If you think that you represent even close to the average American. Sorry, okay, go ahead.
No, it's completely dead on.
In my opinion, Destiny is only looking at the averages when he's considering the American economy, and not the median or not the experience of the average American. For sure, the economy is and has been doing well for millionaires such as him for a long time. Look at the S&P, the NASDAQ, or any chart of the American stock market. It is generally going up and to the right and has been doing so for decades. But the top 10% of Americans own about 90% or close to that of the stock market. And in recent years, wealth inequality in the United States and around the world has skyrocketed. Any overall chart of the success of the American economy is heavily skewed because of the massive wealth gains to the top 10% and especially the top 1%.
The 1%.
So it's not surprising that the average person is at least having some anxiety or complaining or whatever about the state of things in America. Here's a chart showing median wages in the US compared to home prices. Note how the average home now is more expensive for the average person than even it was at the peak of the housing bubble in '08. So for the average person who now has a very hard time buying a home, on top of that, they have to look at the government of the states and other governments around the world constantly bailing out the economy and seeing all that wealth accrue to the top 1% of people. So of course there's going to be some anxiety and some level of frustration about what's happening when the average person struggles to afford life. So as I said, I think Destiny's take on economics is very right-wing. And if you disagree with me, please let me know in the comments. Why is Destiny even promoting the Democratic politicians? Is there something I am missing? Is it just that he does not like Donald Trump? Because in my view, he is much more closely aligned with the Republican Party than the Democratic Party. Perhaps not the MAGA crowd, but at least the establishment or corporate type of Republicans. Thanks for watching and have a good day.